I thought this week, just to be different, because I'm hopping on a flight in under a week's time, I would give you my top 10 tips for air travel. So welcome to Jazzy's top 10 tips for air travel. Thank you. So I guess first of all, why should you listen to me when I try and give you advice on air travel? First off, I'm a travel agent. I've been a travel agent for about 3.5 years now. So this is sort of what I do, 9 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6. And before I was a travel agent, I flew all over the place really. I flew here, and here, and here, and here, here and here and here and here and here and here, and really just a lot of places. And I reckon that makes me pretty qualified to have some opinions on air travel. So let's get to it. Jazzy's top 10 tips for air travel. Number 1, book in advance. I find a lot of people come to me these days because they seem to think that you will get some sort of cheap fare or deal because you're booking last minute. This doesn't happen, ever. Cheap last minute air tickets just don't exist. That's because the airline prices their tickets based on what is available, and the less that there is available, the closer you sort of get down to when you're traveling, the more expensive those few seats are going to be. It's supply and demand, people. My suggestion would be book about 6 to 9 months in advance of when you want to travel. You'll get the sale fares as soon as they're available, you'll get the best availability, and yeah, that means you'll get the best price. Also, if you're planning a big holiday and you want cheap flights, don't travel in peak times. By this, I mean airlines will give you a fare based on seasonality, based on how popular it is to travel when you want to travel. If you wanted to travel in the middle of March when no one's really going anywhere, you're gonna get a really cheap flight. If you want to travel maybe like the week before Christmas to go and visit family, and then head home in the first week of January when everyone else is traveling, good luck. Number 2. If you don't have money, like most of us do, or at least the money to spend on business class and premium economy seats, ask at the airport if your seat is upgradable. What I like to do is get to the airport a little bit earlier than you might have done otherwise, see how busy the flight is, and if it's looking like it's going to be a busy flight and they've got some spare seats in business class and premium economy, ask them if you can maybe upgrade it for a discount rate. Only a few airlines sort of offer this, but heck, just ask. I found that Virgin Atlantic are really good with this sort of thing. If they've got some spare seats in premium or business, they'll often offer them to you for like a heavily discounted rate. And if you've like done something so karmically and cosmically good that the universe decides to bestow upon you a free upgrade, take it graciously, because you are a lucky son of a bitch. Number 3, don't book a long layover. Just don't do it. You know that price that you saw online that was like maybe $200 or $300 cheaper because you have like an 8 or 9 hour layover? Yeah, it's not worth it. Picture this. You've just got off an 8-hour flight. You feel gross. And the 8-hour flight felt like it had lasted forever. You now have to spend the same amount of time in an airport where you don't get free food, where you don't have seatback entertainment, and sit somewhere with all of your carry-on luggage for 8 hours. It's not worth it. Holy heck, I'm only up to number 4. 4! When it comes to picking a seat on a plane, this can be a matter of some contention. Some people prefer a window seat, and some people prefer an aisle seat. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to sit in the middle seat because that's just dumb. My preference is an aisle seat. That's only because I travel on my own a lot of the time, and the worst thing in long haul travel is having to get up and climb over 2 people to get to the aisle to go to the loo. It sucks, especially when those people have food in front of them or they're asleep. So I'd prefer to be one of the people sitting on the aisle, especially in the middle when you've got like 4 in the middle or 3 in the middle, because a lot of the time you'll either have a spare seat next to you, because you know, couples usually sit, so it'll be like a couple and then a spare seat and then you. I'm so lonely. I'm not. Or in the case of having a 3-seater, you'll have a couple and then you, and then the couple will climb over each other instead of trying to climb over you. Number 5, drink like your weight's worth of water. It seems like counterintuitive to be drinking a lot of water when you don't really want to be getting up and going to the toilet every 20 minutes, but I spoke to a doctor once about why people get jet lagged, and he told me that the #1 cause of all of those yucky jet laggy feelings that I'm sure a lot of you have felt is dehydration. Simple as that. When you're up in the air, they have a controlled climate, which keeps everything very, very dry, and all of the moisture that you usually have in your skin tends to sort of evaporate and you lose a lot of water. So I've been told for every, I think it was like 5 to 10 hours or something you're on a flight, you should be drinking a litre of water. And to be honest, ever since I heard this, I've just like downed water on long-haul flights, and it's made a difference. Number 6, sign up to rewards programs. Dude, it's worth it, trust me. Once upon a time, airline rewards programs used to only really let you buy upgrades and, you know, purchase other flights sometimes. These days, it's a little bit different. If you sign up to one of the better rewards programs, they give you the option of spending your miles in like an online store where you can buy yourself a little bit of a present for going on that awful 24-hour flight. The best ones that I've found are things like Emirates and Etihad. Qantas also has an online store. Check out the rewards program that your airline offers. And yeah, definitely sign up for them. Usually it's free, and heck, you might be able to get yourself a free present. So number 7. You need 6 months validity on your passport from the date that you return to be able to travel internationally. What I mean by this is if you get to the airport and you are returning in January of 2017, but your passport runs out in June, they're going to turn you away and not let you travel. A lot of clients that I have don't realize that this is like a thing. So when you do book yourself an international ticket, make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months after you get back. On that note as well, before you travel, make sure you've arranged all of your visas. Number 8. This should really go without saying, but don't be a dick to air hosts and air hostesses. Just don't. I know you're really tired and grumpy because maybe you find it really difficult to sleep on a flight and it's like 3 AM in your home country and you're still not asleep, but these guys have a really tough job, and you'd be surprised at some of the stories I have heard from cabin crew about the way they get treated on flights. Treat your cabin crew nicely and they will remember you for it. Treat your cabin crew like scum and they will remember you for that as well. Yeah. Number 9. Find out before you travel what meal service is offered on your flights, and bring snacks if necessary. Most full service carriers do offer a meal service, especially on their long haul flights, but some people don't know the difference between a full service carrier and a light or low cost carrier. And when they book their big international ticket that they spent like $1,500 on, they expect to get fed, and when they're not, they get angry, but also hungry. I guess they get hangry. If you're not sure if you're gonna get fed on your flight, just go to the airline's website. You can check most things about the airline you're traveling with from their website. If you're not gonna get fed, don't freak out. Just buy some sandwiches and maybe some other snacks and take them with you. They'll let you take food on board. Just take it with you. Yay! And finally, number 10! 10. Book with a travel agent. I'm serious. Book with a travel agent. But don't book with the first travel agent you come to. Book with me. Have a chat to a few different travel agents, see who really knows their stuff, and build up a good relationship with them. If a travel agent likes you, they will want to do good work for you. Logic. Agents have access to contracts that aren't available to the general public. Yes, that means the internet. And depending on the route, sometimes you can have huge savings on like one ticket. I had a friend who came to me the other day who had been Skyscannering a route and had found flights for £1,250. I went into my system and had a bit of a play around with it, and I ended up saving her £350. That's like almost 700 Australian dollars. Oh wait, no, Brexit. Like 450, 500 Australian dollars. Even if they don't find as good a price as you have found at first, just remember you've probably been looking for these flights for a little bit longer than they have, and if you do give them the price that you found and give them the opportunity to do better for you, more often than not they'll be able to beat the price. What's best about booking with a travel agent though is that they will be there to help you out of a tight spot if you find yourself getting stuck overseas. They will organise all of the little details there, like ensuring that you've got the right information on your booking, and making sure you've got all your visas organised, and they will be more than happy to have a chat with you about your trip after you've come back. Like, they will be the ones that you show most of your travel photos to. But yeah, those are my top 10 tips for air travel. Did I say that right? I think so. Wish me luck on my long haul flight next week. I do have some videos that I've scheduled to put up while I'm gone, so don't worry, I'm still gonna be here. But for the meantime, in the comments down below, tell me your travel tips. I'd love to know, because I'm kind of a travel nerd. Share your secrets with me. But until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe, and I will speak at you again soon. Bye! Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see stuff like this and more twice a week. Wow! I'm so weird. I'm really tired too.